Joe and his wife was headed out to the store, and we had a snow on the ground, and he slid off the road there and hit a fence post. Wasn't a wreck, wasn't enough to kill him, but he had a heart attack and died. Well, he was neighbors to my mom and dad there, and my dad took the female up there and let her have her pups. And Joe's wife was named Barb, and I told her, I said, Barb, I said, me and Joe had a deal on these pups with his partners. I said, when I sell them, I'll bring you half the money. And she said, no, you don't have to do that. I said, just give my son one. His name was Dwayne Brown, and he actually lives in the old home place right now. But he said, just give him one, and that'll be good enough. And I said, no, I'll give him one. I'll keep one and give you half the money. So we ended up selling them, and the first guy that come to want a pup wanted this female. Well, I was kind of on the females, and I done had her picked out to keep. And I said, you can't have her. That's one I'm gonna keep. And my dad was there, and he says, you let that man have that female. You keep this male pup right here. He picked Joe out, and I said, well, Dad, I'm gonna keep him. I'm gonna name him after Joe. And that's how I got to Joe Brown. But Joe Brown, he started when he was 10 months old. I come to the Trend Walker pup hunt they had, and there was a guy named Leroy Roeder, had a litter mate to him, and he was already running Trend. And I come up there and went pleasure hunting with him, and that's when my pup started too. And the next year I come back to that pup hunt. Joe was 20 months old, and he won the pup hunt.
And you told me something that a lot of us know. If you're going to be in this game, you got to have breaks, right?
Right.
You got to have breaks. I mean, not always the best dog wins, but you said you got a lot of good breaks with Joe, right?
Yeah, Joe just seemed like when I hunted in a hunt, whatever I needed, he could do. And if he needed a strike, he could trail a trail up and tree a coon, or he could just go in there and fall treat. And I would score coons out of den trees. I mean, I squalled coons out of dens, or you walk in big leafy tree, you think you ain't gonna find a coon to be sitting in the wide open. And but whenever I'd win with Joe, I'd always call Joe's wife, Barb, and let her know. And I believe it was 2007, the Hunt Dog of the Year was Joe, running them Walker sectionals. Of course, they win them plaques with the clocks on them. And one of them I won that year, I gave to her, and she still got it.